Hey guys, it's me Morvi, and I've started to 100% a new title on the Game Pass, and that game is The Messenger. If you haven't heard of this game, you're in the same boat as me. Before playing this game, I hadn't heard of its existence, but thankfully after glancing at it, I'm so happy that I clicked that download button. It brings back so many memories of games from my childhood, such as like TMNT on the NES, Mega Man and Castlevania. You can tell the dev team really wanted to capture the nostalgia in the design, and it really paid off. For this guide, we are hunting Phobekins. There are 4 in total: Necro, Claustro, Acro and Pyro. They're all pretty straightforward to get, apart from Pyro, in which we will need to get a couple more items, but don't worry about that because I'm going to show you exactly how to get them. For this achievement, I would really recommend pursuing it once you have gained the ability to time travel within the game. This is because working up to that point, we collect a bunch of items that will help us along the way, as well as some places needing time travel to get through some obstacles. But enough of me speaking, guys, let's get to what you all came here for, and let's go get that achievement. After beating the first boss, we are going to push forward onto the right of the screen onto the Forlorn Temple. You'll notice there isn't much here to do at the minute, aside from there is a shop if you need them upgrades, but this area isn't really important until further on into the game. So what we're going to do is make our way across the screen to the right and jump down the big gap. This is where we'll enter the Catacombs for the first time, and this is where we'll meet our first Phobekin. Necro is going to be hanging around the entrance of the Catacombs. This little guy is the only one that's unmissable. Have a little chat with him and you'll soon come to realise that he doesn't have much useful information to share with us. We find out that they are named after what they are afraid of. Brilliant management skills, guys, top notch. Once you finish having a chinwag, we can push on. As I said earlier, the rest of the Phobekins should be hunted once we've gained the ability to time travel. This is because some of the locations are inaccessible without some of the items we pick up further along the game, the last item being time travel. Right, the next Phobekin we're going after is Claustro. You are going to find Claustro in Bamboo Peak. You may remember jumping down this waterfall earlier in the game, triggering the achievement, Deposit at the Riverbank. Make your way back there. You will need to be in your pass form to get through this passage. If you need a portal, make your way to the shop that is on the adjacent screen and fall down the gap to the left. Below is a very big gem and a portal. Make your way through, and now we're in our pass form. Make your way back to the waterfall, and this time we can use our glider to make our way across the gap. Once in the next screen, you'll be greeted with some enemies and some portals. Make your way around, killing everything in your path and traversing the surroundings like I'm doing now. You will need to make good use of these portals to move the obstacles in your path. Don't forget about the grappling hook, you will need to use it at the end of this bit. This next screen is super duper easy. Just dodge the spikes and the spinning red balls of death, and we're going to make our way to the top of the screen. This is the last screen that has foes looking for our blood before we get the Phobekin. Jump through the portal at the top and make our way to the right of the screen. We should now be in our pass form again. Now all we need to do is climb down this mine shaft. There's a bunch of gems down there along with a scared little Phobekin. Collect them gems and then drop to the bottom. At the bottom, swim to the right of the screen and you'll find your quivering little buddy there waiting to be saved. This little guy will tell you how ironic it is, how his biggest fear is claustrophobia, and he's stuck in a small space. This little guy's more than happy to see a friendly face come and save him, and once you've had a little chat, we can move on to the next one. But before we move on to our next Phobekin, I'd like to show you what the Forlorn Temple looks like once we are able to time travel. Every time you save a Phobekin, they will travel back to the Forlorn Temple. You can chat to Necro and he'll give you a little bit of trivia about the Phobekin you just captured, but he doesn't get too in depth with it, so it's not very necessary to find out what's happening with them. I'll be honest, the only time I went to the Forlorn Temple was on the screen now. I never went back once I captured them all. I didn't feel it to be necessary. There isn't much of a story. It's basically they go to work where they are most scared. That's pretty much it. but it's quite nice to see them all together once you've captured them all. Okay, for this one I'm going to show you exactly where to get him. This is because when I was playing it I found him by mistake, so I would like to start this footage somewhere that we've all been previously in the game. As you can see on the screen now, this is where we're going to be starting on the map, and then we're going to move to the right of the screen. As I said, we've got a little bit of a walk ahead of us, but that's fine. I want to make sure you guys get the Phobekin. Right, so we're going to climb up here, dodging these spikes as we go. Kill that little ghosty. Then as we're moving up here, the floor is going to try and kill us, but we're faster than that, so who cares. Then go down this spiky platform here. Just below, we're going to jump through a portal and go back in time. Now this is where the acrobatics comes into play. We're going to use the ghost to get past this big gap here. It may take a couple attempts, but after a few, you'll get the hang of it. Then we're going to climb up the top. If you need the gems, collect them to the left. If not, move directly forward, dodging or killing the ghost as we're going. Okay, again, collect the gems as you go. This screen's pretty easy. All you've got to do is hook to that light there and we're good to go. Climb up again, get all your little gems. And then down here, this is another easy screen, so just completely jump that gap and then make your way up here. Using the light to climb up, we can get onto this screen, dodging the balls of death and the ghosties. Okay, now that we hit this shop, we are halfway. Okay, these eyeballs are a bit of a pain in the arse as they can catch you off guard like they do just here, which is quite annoying, but if that happens, don't worry, just run ahead. As long as you don't die, it's fine. Okay, one of the more annoying enemies in the game we are facing now, the vultures. The best way to do this is to stay on the strip of air and wait for the vulture to come down to attack you. Kill the vulture and then you can move on. Keep doing this and we can get over the screen. Bear in mind, I thought we'd be able to stand on the blue bit of where this air is coming out, but as you can see, you can't. So yeah, make sure you don't get hit by that. Now we've just got to make these couple gaps here, dodging the balls of death, killing these little dudes along the way. Most of this run is pretty easy. There's a few little annoying bits coming up, but it's not too hard. For this, I would recommend just not bothering jumping down, just using the swings to get across this gap. On the map, that's how far we've travelled so far. We've got a little way to go yet. Okay, so as I said, get back onto these swings here. Just going to kill that guy, because I know he's going to come for my blood. Okay, this one's easy, just keep tapping the jump button and you won't fly into the spikes and kill yourself. Make sure you swipe them ghosts out your way, as they can be really annoying, but that's fine. Okay, the second shop now and our second save. We'll go through the portal and now we're back into the future. We're going to dodge these spikes as we're climbing up. They're not too difficult. There is some gems on the left, but to be honest, we don't need them at this point. We're not here for the gems, we're here for the Phobekin. Okay, make sure you don't get splattered. Again here, you can go down where I am now and try and get the gems, but to be quite honest, if you're just going for the Phobekin, ignore this and just go down the right hand side like I'm doing now. At this stage, you shouldn't really need many of the gems, but if you do, grab them up. If you go down the left hand side, you'll see that it is a green coin room. I'm not going to show you that right now. We're going to push onto the Phobekin. push right, go through the portal, and we're back to the past again. For this gap, we're going to have to use our grappling hook twice to get over. But we're pro, so that doesn't even matter. We get over that super duper quick. Okay, this is our third shop that we get into now. I told you that it was going to be a long one. But I wasn't sure where I should start because I didn't want to get you guys confused. Again, use the ghosties to get over this gap here. Now we're a couple screens away from the Phobe. This is probably the hardest screen, so pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm using the ghosts and lights to get across. As you can see here, I can't get to the next light, so I have to wait until the ghosts go up. You may have to like bounce on the same light as I was doing there, but eventually like the ghost will go above you and you can use them to bounce up. And now this is our final screen, and this is where we meet Acro. Jump this little gap here, and here he is, shivering with fear. Have a little chat with him. He'll tell you how ironic it is, pretty much the same as the other dudes. Then once he's done, he'll teleport back to the Forlorn Temple. And now we only have one little Phobekin left to get. Okay, we're going after our last Phobekin right now, and that Phobekin is Pyro. We're going to start in the Searing Crags, just where you kill the twin Cyclops, and we're going to move to the right. We're going to make our way down the Searing Crags so we can get into the underworld, as that's where Pyro is. So we're going to jump down here. You can dodge a lot of these enemies, that's fine. As you can see, I'm being a big old noob, taking all the hits I can. So as you can see on that map just there, I haven't been down here yet, so I decided to check it out, and this is where I found Pyro. So yeah, jump down this shaft here. There's nothing to kill you at the bottom, thankfully. There is a portal that we need to go through. If you go to the left, you're going to find one of the portal doors, and this will help us teleport back and forth from the main hub to in-game. Okay, if you go back to the right through the portal, there is Pyro. He's a little bit scared because I'm pretty sure he's scared of fire, funnily enough. When I first saw this, I was like, maybe I can like hit the gems and bounce over, but no, of course not. What I found out is we need the Lightfoot Tabi. To get that, we're going to need to go to the Sunken Temple and pick them up from there. Lucky for you guys, I'm going to show you how to get them. So for the minute, we're going to leave Pyro here to cry. He'll be fine for the minute, don't worry about him. And we're going to make our way to the Quill Shroom Marsh. If you go to the same spot as I did on that map just there, we're going to make our way to the entrance to the Sunken Temple, and that's where we're going to pick up the Lightfoot Tabi. Make our way through these demons here, they're not too much of a hassle. Before we get to the Sunken Temple, we're going to need to get the seashell. If you turn up to collect the seashell in the future, you'll notice that it's not here. So what we're going to have to do, you guessed it, is find a portal. Thankfully there's one just a few screens ahead, so we're going to make our way to the right hand side, open this door, and then we're going to climb up to the shop. Make our way to the left of the screen, killing all these enemies on the way. And just up here, we will find our portal. There we go. Jump through it, go back in time, and now we're going to make our way back to the left, and now our seashell should be sitting there. You might notice now that we can't jump down to where we was before. That's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to jump into the quicksand. I know we shouldn't be doing that normally, but this one's fine. We'll sink to the bottom, and it will show a secret passage. Again, make your way across these spikes, dodging the balls of death, and the seashell will be sitting there. Right, we'll clear this gap. There we go. And now we can get into the Sunken Temple. To get to the Sunken Temple, we're going to have to go to the Howling Grotto. If you come to this part of the map where I am now, where we killed the boss originally, we're going to make our way to the left of the screen. Push on through the map, killing anything in our path, making sure we collect all the gems, all the power-ups along the way. Once we get to this shop here, we've all been here, we are super close. Just for reference, here's the map, just to show you where I am. We're going to make our way to the left of the screen, jumping down here, killing the Rock DJ man. When you get to this screen here, climb up the air, kill the Rock DJ, and we're going to jump through the portal. This will bring us into the future. Kill the couple skeletons that are in our way, and we're going to keep on climbing up. Again, here's the map just for reference. We're going to make our way halfway to the top, and then we're going to take a left just here and then drop down this gap. Make sure you don't let the stalagmites stab you in the face. Now on this screen we are going up. Climb directly to the top, dodging all the spikes. And then we can jump into this airstream that will take us to the top. Jump the gaps and move on to the next screen. This one's easy, where you can go from left to right, making our way down the screen. It's not too much hassle. There's also some wooden floors that we can jump through to make it a little bit easy for us. Okay, maybe the most annoying enemies in this game are the wizards, so every time I see them I will stick my sword in their silly face, so bear with me. Okay, now we're super close to the entrance to the Sunken Temple. Kill these 3 Rock DJ men. And make your way across this gap. As you can see, I'm not very good at making my way across this gap. Again, kill the Rock DJs, jump down this gap, and now this is the screen to the entrance of the Sunken Temple. If we jump through this portal, you will see that our path is blocked, which is super annoying because we need to get through there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the left of the screen, climb up here, kill a couple of enemies and jump down this gap. As you can see, there's a big gem to get us some more spending cash, and there's a portal sitting there ready to take us into the Sunken Temple. Now you've done that, make your way back to the original portal and we'll be able to get through, just like this. And welcome to the Sunken Temple. When I first jumped into this place, it super reminded me of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NES game on the swimming level, so it brought back some nostalgic memories there. As you can see, as I'm swimming around this place, the various paths, there'll be one that is glowing or sparkling. That is the direction you want to be travelling in. If you did not have the magic seashell, this would not be happening and it'll be a lot harder to find out where we're going. Also, the closer you get to the glitter, the louder the music gets, just so you know you're on the right path. Do this for a couple minutes and eventually you'll get to a screen that has one direction to go in, and that means you've done it. You will also get an achievement, here today, gone tomorrow, and that's making it out of the underwater labyrinth. Once you have that achievement, that means you're in the Sunken Temple, and we're very close to getting our Lightfoot Tabi. Keep making your way to the right of the screen and we'll get our portal, which is super handy for later on. And then we come to this door. At first I believe the tabbies were going to be behind this door, but that's for something else in the game. So we're going to ignore this door and we're going to use this light to the left of us to jump up to the higher platform. This will take us to a new screen. snake your way around and we're going to get to our first shop in the Sunken Temple. From here, we're going to push left and go through the portal, taking us back in time, and we're going to kill the evil sea people that are in our path. Make sure you don't get splattered by that ceiling coming down on us, and then we're going to make our way to that portal just ahead of us. Once we're through, we're back into the future. Don't forget you can press the attack button to make you swim a little bit faster. That might help you get past that blade a little bit easier. Just here, make sure you don't get splattered as you're trying to break the wall, as I did on my first attempt there. Okay, for this one we're going to use the wall to our advantage here so we don't get done by the spikes. And then once we jump into the water, we're going to tap our attack button and we're going to spin over there real quick, taking no damage. Now we're going to jump through the portal, making our path accessible. Make sure you don't get hit by the spike like I just did there. Weave in and out of these little platforms here. It's not too difficult. Take a few hits if you can. There's more likely going to be a lot of health scattered around this place. Like I just said, yeah, there's some in this water here. Keep traversing through this level until we get to the right of the screen. Okay, now we're at our second shop. Collect the gold and health from the lights and we'll move on to the right hand of the screen. And we'll move on to the right hand of the screen. What we're going to do with this screen is we're going to jump into the water and make our way to the bottom right of the screen. From here we'll make sure we don't get splattered or stabbed. And we're going to make our way down to the portal in the bottom right hand corner. Now we'll make our way back to the original screen we was just on, and we can swim to the top. Kill the angry seaman. Get some health, that was much needed. Now this you should be able to do in one swoop. I got hit by the spikes because I'm not pro. I think at this point I was just kind of rushing through because I knew I was here for the tabby and only for the tabby, so I was just trying to just blast through as quick as I can. Clear up the last of these enemies on this screen here and we can make our way to that portal again, bringing us to the past, and that will open up so we can move on. That evil seaman had the best shot in the world apparently, but that's fine. And there we are, there are the tabbies. This item allows us to run on water and lava. So now you know why we need them to get Mr. Pyro. As you can see on the screen now, this is why we needed them. Just makes life so much easier. And now we can collect our last little buddy. The best way to get back to Pyro would be to go to the nearest shop and teleport back to the hub. And from there we'll use our new portal to take us right next to Pyro. And from there, we'll use our new portal that we unlocked in the hub to take us right back to Pyro. Okay, once you get to Pyro, hold your action button and you'll be able to sprint over the lava. Have a little chat with him, he'll tell you how ironic it is, and then your achievement will pop. As you can see on screen, I also got the Run on Lava achievement, which you should also get as well. All in all, doing this whole video, you should get around 5 achievements, which is super cool. But yeah, there's our final Phobekin bagged, and we get our Nothing to Fear achievement. As you can see, less than 10% of the gamers have this achievement, so it's a good one to grab. But yeah, I hope I helped you guys out, and I hope you enjoy your new buddies. And that is the end of my achievement guide. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If I helped you out at all in any way, please let me know down in the comment section. If you could hit the like button, that would help me out so much. And if you'd like to see any more videos, hit that subscribe button. I'm streaming on Twitch most days. My handle is Mr. Morvi. Come watch me collect some achievements. It'll be pretty cool to have you guys hang out. But for now, guys, I've been Morvi. and I'll see you later. Peace.